everyone, it's Carrie with Elite Nails and welcome back to another video on my channel. This video is kind of a special video. This is a viewer request video. You guys have requested me to share with you or show you the difference between Magic Gel paints and the Light Elegance Buttercreams. So I have 8 colors of each to share with you. So I'm going to do my best to show you how each brand applies on a swatch stick. Do my best to explain how it feels. One thing I'm not gonna do is say that one brand or one color is better than the other, because I really enjoy using both Light Elegance and Magic Gel. I'm not gonna go there because that's not what this video is about. You guys wanted to know how they compare, so that's what I'm gonna do my best to share with you. So let's just jump right in and get started with this comparison. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to use these cream colored or nude colored swatch sticks, and I've already buffed and cleansed the tip. I am going to use Magic Gel's number 7 Flawless Sculpting Brush. So I'm going to compare similar colors, similar textures, similar consistencies. So if it's a cream based for Light Elegance Buttercreams, it's going to be a cream based 1 coat coverage for Magic Gel. Just so you guys can see the difference, doing my best trying to compare apples to apples. Okay, so let's just get started. I'm going to start with these two. So on the left is Fastlane from Light Elegance, and this is from their new buttercream collection, which is their Ali family favorites. I haven't done a review on, but you will get to see a few of them in this video. And Magic Gel, I am using Juicy Cherry number 4, and it's a 1 coat coverage. So let's start with Light Elegance Fastlane, and I'm going to tell you right off the bat that the difference between the buttercreams and Magic Gel, which is I wouldn't say a big difference, but a noticeable difference, is that the buttercreams, when you agitate them, they get thinner, and then when you let it set or rest, it kind of goes back to its natural state. Whereas the Magic Gel is a, for lack of a better term, a consistent consistency. And I'm going to take Fastlane and do this one first. As in thickness, if you will, it's like butter. And like I said, when you agitate it, it gets thinner. So I agitate these when I want a very smooth, thin finish. Or if I'm getting really close to the cuticle, I find I have more control with a thinner viscosity than I do with a thicker viscosity. Okay, so that technique, if you will, is I painted it on, and I think my brush was a little dry, so I'm just gonna try a little bit more. And it feels like, I wonder if you guys can see this. So you get a lot of control. Okay. So here is Fastlane, and it's a deep burgundy, cream-based, pretty much 1 coat coverage if you put enough on your brush, as I didn't do the first time. So I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds in an LED. Okay, and this one here is Juicy Cherry. This feels a little bit thinner, probably the same consistency as if you were to agitate the buttercreams. So it's comparable that way. Let's see how it applies. Sorry, I keep going out on the frame. I'm so used to having to work way up here. So yeah, this is, as you can kind of see here, the tail of the, if you will, of the cream is a little bit thinner, but not, when I say it's a little bit thinner, it's not thin where it's gonna run all over the place. Like that blob of Magic Gel is just sitting there. You know, it's moving ever so slightly. I find that these gels do self-level. So let's see how it applies. Okay. So this applied in a little bit of a thinner consistency than the buttercream did. I would probably put 2 thin layers on with this Juicy Cherry. Okay, so this one is the Magic Gel. This one is the Light Elegance Buttercream. These are pretty similar in color and consistency. The Magic Gel was a tad bit thinner, but I think that the difference is the fact that the buttercreams, when you agitate them, they become the same viscosity as the Magic Gels. They are just a smidgen thicker, but they apply so similar. In all honesty, the transparency, if you will, like not having a perfect application, is pretty much bang on. So this is the Magic Gel. This is number 4, Juicy Cherry, and this is Light Elegance Fastlane. Okay, we have Light Elegance Pink Tutu from the Ali Family Favorites collection, and I chose number 57 Pink Mousse. I also have Pink Sand on standby. Let's open these up and see what they look like. So here's Pink Tutu. It's kind of like more on the peachy side than the pinky side. And this is Pink Mousse. Tad bit lighter, but the Pink Mousse is not a 1 coat coverage. So let's just see how Pink Sand is. But that's why I chose Pink Mousse, because of the color. But I might swatch this Pink Sand because it might be the same consistency as the Pink Tutu. But let's just see. Let's just start swatching, okay? Okay, and again, the viscosity of the Light Elegance Buttercreams are all the same, in my opinion. So I'm not gonna go into an explanation of each color. This is a pretty color. Okay, and I am painting it on, and I am actually doing it really, really thin. And as I'm moving my brush down, it's becoming more and more workable. So I actually like that. So I'm gonna cure that. And while that's curing, we are going to take Pink Mousse. And this feels very similar. Just wanna make sure I have enough on my brush. On the tail, it feels very similar to the Pink Tutu. And I'm trying to go really, really like a light pressure. Okay, so this is self-leveling, and the more I stroked on the color, I found I was, I think, frustrating myself because I was getting those grooves. But if you just brush it on and let it do its thing, you get like a flawless finish. Okay, so I'm gonna cure that. And I am curing these for 30 seconds in my LED lamp. Okay, so here's Pink Mousse, and here is Pink Tutu. Very similar in consistency. I would say that the buttercream's a little bit thicker, but for the Pink Mousse not being a 1 coat coverage, it did really well as a 1 coat coverage. At least I don't think it is, because that little symbol is not on this lid. So both of these go on like butter. Okay, let's try something a little different. We've seen a lot of taupes and different shades of taupes, mochas this fall. So with Christmas around the corner, let's take a look at some reds. So I have Real Red, and this is from the Light Elegance Basics collection, and Red Carpet number 62 from Magic Gel. So this is what Real Red looks like, and this is what Red Carpet looks like. Now Red Carpet, I think, has got a bit more of a blue undertone, and Real Red is a little bit more of an orange undertone, if you will. So let's swatch them and see how they apply. So again, consistency is pretty consistent with Light Elegance Buttercreams. Okay, that went on way better. I put more on my brush. I don't know, maybe I'm just like trying to save product. But that went on flawlessly. And it was kind of spongy or marshmallowy feel as I was putting this on. A little bit more than buttery. It had like a bounce in it, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm gonna cure that. And we are gonna take Red Carpet. I'm excited to try this one. I'm just trying to get a feel for the gel. It's like the same thickness, but it's different. And I cannot explain that difference. It's not a bad different. It's just different. It holds that tail quite nicely. It's not spongy like the Light Elegance Buttercream. Okay, so when I leave it alone, when I get the product on with the magic gel, and I leave it alone, it goes into place. Like, I don't have to fight with it. And I think that's what my issue is when I'm applying it on the swatch stick. I'm trying to put it on perfectly, and you don't need to. At least that's what I'm finding as I'm swatching this. So as in opaqueness, I found it to be the same, but let's cure this and then I'll share with you my thoughts. Okay, so on the right is red carpet. On the left is real red. They are so similar. The application felt a little different. Like I said, the Light Elegance one was a little bit spongier. The magic gel wasn't. It was just different. I'm sorry, you guys, I cannot explain that difference, but there's not that bounce with the magic gel. And there is kind of a bounce with the Light Elegance, but it did not affect how the gel applied on either of them. So pretty comparable. The colors are similar when you get them on the swatch stick. I do notice that the red carpet is a little darker, but opaqueness, one coat for both of them, and it's opaque. Very, very, very pretty. We have Light Elegance Black Tie from the basic collection. Universal Black, which is a one coat coverage. I've not used the Universal Black, so I'm actually excited to try that. And I have used, I just got the Universal Black in. Thank you, Lilia. Okay, this is Light Elegance Black Tie. And yeah, it does have that spongy feel to it. I tell you, swatching swatch sticks is not easy, especially when I know all of you are watching. Okay, I'm gonna cure this, and let's take a look at Universal Black. And it's like butter. When you, oh man, you put your brush in here and it just sort of like melts. It's actually a nice feel on the brush. Okay, wow. That one went on like butter. No issues, no struggling, no frustration. That went on really, really well. I'm happy with that. Okay, so here is Magic Gel, Universal Black, and here is Black Tie from Light Elegance. I find that I think the Black Tie is a little bit more see-through and the Universal Black is more opaque, but they both applied really similar. I was happily surprised. So the next two that I chose to compare is Rosie Posie from Light Elegance, and this is from the Ellie Family Favorites, which is their new collection, and Mauve Marsala, which is number 25. So let's take a look at these. That's what these two look like. Mauve Marsala is a little bit lighter, and I do have Mocha Cream as well, but it's darker, so I thought these two, as for color, would compare better. Let's check out Rosie Posie. I actually had this color on my nails at the CNTC. I had a demo done. I really like this color. Okay, so I'm going to cure that, and let's swatch Mauve Marsala. It feels thinner as I stir it. I know that it feels thinner because the buttercreams are thicker. You agitate them and they become thinner. Okay, so that went on pretty much the same as Rosie Posie, believe it or not. I mean, the difference is so slight that I think when you're working on clients and you're concentrating on what you're doing, I really don't think you're gonna notice a difference, but that's my opinion. They both are very, very comparable. On the left is Rosie Posie, on the right is Mauve Marsala, number 25, one coat coverage from Magic Gel. Apart from the color being a little bit lighter with Magic Gel, they went on very, very similar, both like butter, both very creamy. One coat, aside from being slightly different color, these are pretty much comparable in consistency. Next color is, this one I'm excited to share with you, and this is Justice from the Ellie Family Favorites. I love this color. I used this on a client and oh wow, it's gorgeous. And Neon Purple Rain, which is number 92. This color here, I could not find a color that completely was comparable, like 99%. I just could not find it. But why I chose these two is because of the, oh gosh, kind of iridescent, metallic, pearly kind of look. As you can see, I'm gonna try to zoom in here. They both have that same, I don't know what the word is. I wanna say kind of metallic-y, pearlized shimmer, not really a shimmer. Let's just swatch this. Okay, so here's what I like to call the bounce, the tail. It hangs on for quite a while. The blob of gel is on there. It's slowly self-leveling, so you do have time to work. This is like silk. Wow, that's it, done. That went on like silk. Silky, I don't know, is there such a thing as silky butter? Buttery silk? Smooth. Okay, I'm gonna cure this. And then I'm actually curious to see how the Neon Purple Rain swatches. And this is like a tad thinner than the buttercream without it being agitated. Like just a tad. Wow. Okay, so that went on fairly similar. Now the only thing that is different is because it is a different color, like there's different pigment in there, so it's a little shadowy up here, but it did go on quite similar to Justice. So not quite comparable, but easy to work with. So Justice is on the left from Light Elegance, and Magic Gel's Neon Purple Rain is on the right. Very, very similar in application, how it felt, and the only difference is because it's a different color, the Magic Gel, I did struggle with that a little bit. Obviously a different color, so the coverage is a little bit different. Okay, the next two I want to compare is Just White and Universal White. I wanted to do the white and the black because I think white and black are staples in a collection. Let's do the Magic Gel first. It's very, very creamy. The tail holds on for quite a while, so this would be good for art. I think all of them would be good for art. Well, this goes on really nice. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that like that. I am quite impressed with how this goes on. There's no shadowing, and it's self-leveling. I mean, I didn't put it on perfectly, but I would be happy with that application. It's opaque, it went on like butter. Okay, swatch Light Elegance Just White. This is a little bit thicker in consistency. Even after I agitate it, it's a different feel. It's, again, spongier. Kind of like, you know, if you squeeze a marshmallow, it's that soft, that kind of a marshmallow softness. Don't eat it. That went on really well, just as easy as the Universal White. The Magic Gel is kind of, once it's cured, is like I'm noticing some yellowing. Like there's no top coat on here, so it's a little bit more creamier. That actually surprises me. And the Just White it stayed white. You guys wanted me to compare it, so that's kind of how it's going with this white one. Okay, the last one I want to share is Light Elegance's Butter Me Up, Magic Gel's Pastel Lavender, which is number 70. This is Butter Me Up, and this is Pastel Lavender. Now, Magic Gel's Pastel Lavender is a little bit lighter, and Butter Me Up's got more of a blue base. Wow, when you really agitate this like this gel just, it's like it softens right up. This seems to be a little bit thicker than the Butter Me Up. And I'm gonna say it again, the difference is so slight. But yeah, this seems to be just a bit thicker than the Butter Me Up. Oh, I love this brush. It was so much control. That was so easy. And this tail seems to hold a little bit better, stronger, I should say. Not really better, but just stronger. And it's not going anywhere. Oh, this glides on like butter as well. Oh, that's just like silk. I'm just gonna leave that. Sometimes when you play around too much, it's too much. Okay, I'm going to cure this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you guys know I'm not a great artist, but I want you to see how easy both lines are to do line art. So I have no idea what kind of line art I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna put white on black and black on white. Okay, I'm gonna put universal black on top of universal white. Works. So this is universal black, and I'm putting it over top of universal white. And just for fun, this is silver, number 31. So that was silver. I'm quite impressed with that one. And I'm gonna do pretty much the same with Light Elegance. So I'm gonna take black tie and put it over top of just white. And I'm going to take silver metallic from Light Elegance. This is more of metallic, it's not a glitter, but similar in color. Here is the Light Elegance with the silver metallic. That's these three. I'm so bad at art, but for someone that's a beginner artist, it was fairly easy. I don't think I would choose the brush to do a rose. I would choose a brush that's shorter as opposed to the stripy, just have a little bit more control. But to do line art, it was fairly easy. And I put a top coat over top. And then for the magic gel, I used the silver, which is more of a glitter than a metallic type gel. The line art seemed to be, it was just as easy. It was probably a little bit easier for me to use because the gels are a little bit thinner. So for art, I think for me personally, being not a very good artist, having a thinner gel works better for me. So on the left is Light Elegance, on the right is Magic Gel. They are super comparable, you guys. Okay, so there you go. On the left is Light Elegance, on the right is Magic Gel. Again, I will say this again, these two brands are super similar. The Light Elegance is a little bit thicker, but you can change that consistency in the gel by agitating the gel. I can't stress that enough. So if you prefer a thinner gel, you just agitate it. The Magic Gel is pretty consistent in their thickness of gels. So I find, and this is my personal experience, when I open up a pot of Magic Gel, I know what to expect. And it's easy for me to work with because it is thinner. So like I said, for doing line art, it was just a little bit easier for me to do my lines than using the Light Elegance. And I think it was because I didn't agitate the Light Elegance to get it to that thinner consistency. As for the one coat coverage, they both were so comparable, you guys. I tried to compare them color to color, like apples to apples, so they're a little off in color, but you know, no brand is going to be, I don't think you're going to have the exact same colors, which I kind of like because I don't want duplicates. They're slightly different, so that's kind of cool. Can't say this enough, they both apply really easy. I don't know what else to say, you guys. The Magic Gel was probably a consistent, buttery, creamy kind of application. The Light Elegance was a consistent, kind of like that, more of a spongy, cream, so there was a little bit more bounce. That's the only way I can explain the difference. Other than that, if I was to choose, I would just pick one. If it was based on color, I'd go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, because they're both very, very easy to work with. So for those of you that have been asking about the difference between the buttercreams and magic gel, they are pretty similar in my opinion. They're not exact, but they're pretty similar. So I think it just depends on what you prefer to use to apply your gels. Spongier type application, or do you like a bit more creamier application? It just depends. So there you go, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it answered your questions. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I will do my best to answer them. You can't go wrong with either brand, you guys, which is probably why I have both, because I enjoy using both brands. So that's it. That's all I have to say. As always, don't forget to subscribe to my videos so you get notification of when a new video is uploaded. Follow me on my social media, Facebook and Instagram at Elite Nails by Carrie. And that is it. Until the next video, we will see you guys again soon. Bye guys.